Today, I will present ulnar external rotation osteotomy, improved forearm supination after mobilization of the radioulnar synostosis. In 1998, Kanaya introduced the mobilization procedure for congenital proximal radioulnar synostosis. It has 4 steps. First, separation of the synostosis. Second, corrective osteotomy of the radius. Third, soft tissue reconstruction with biceps reattachment. Fourth, the vascularized fascial fat graft imposed between radius and ulna. This technique avoided reunion. Also, we reported that preoperative pronation ankylosis angle was significantly negatively correlated with postoperative forearm range of motion, especially in cases with 50 degrees or more. They showed less supination after surgery and poor patient and family satisfaction. On the other hand, in our 3D deformity analysis of CRUS1 bones, we found the pronation deformity of the ulna, and this deformity correlated with the preoperative pronation ankylosis angle. We consider that this ulnar pronation deformity is one of the factors leading to poor surgical outcomes. Since 2023, we have performed a modified Kanay's procedure. This modification was designed to make the original Kanaya procedure simple. Instead of fully vascularized fascial fat graft, we used the pellicled fascial fat graft. Since 2012, we have further modified the procedure by including supination osteotomy of the ulna. The purpose of this study was to compare the postoperative ROM and functional outcome of patients with CRUS who had pronation ankylosis of 50 degrees or more, treated with modified Kanay's procedure, with and without supination osteotomy of the ulna. We included 18 forearms of 70 patients. All had pronation ankylosis of 50 degrees or more. The minimum follow-up period was 2 years. Modified Kanay's procedure was applied in all cases. Without ulnar osteotomy, group K was 7 forearms. With ulnar osteotomy, group U was 11 forearms. Patient demographics are shown in this slide. There were no significant differences between 2 groups. I will explain the 3-dimensional deformity analysis of the forearm bone. From 3D data, we created surface bone models using simulation software. Affected 3D bone models were compared with age-matched normal bone models to calculate deformity. By this method, we measured ulnar and radial deviation, fixation and extension deformity, and rotational deformity. All operations were performed by a single surgeon. Ulnar supination osteotomy was performed for group U at the middle of the ulnar shaft. The supination angle was determined from the 3D analysis. Plate fixation was performed. Measurement and evaluations. Forearm range of motion at the final follow-up was measured. As patient-reported outcome measures, we evaluated the hand 10 questionnaire and the Liudai PRUS-20. Complications were also assessed. Liudai PRUS-20 is a disease-specific tool for children with CRUS. It quantifies the daily life difficulties caused by fixed forearm rotation. Exclusion criteria for a PROMOS analysis: 1 patient with autism and 1 foreign language patient without English validation of the Liudai PRUS-20 were excluded. Post-operative treatment were carried out according to the following protocol. Result. In the preoperative 3-dimensional deformity analysis, there were no significant difference in deformity between 2 groups. Post-operative forearm range of motion was as follows. In group K, supination was -4 degrees and pronation was 60 degrees. In group U, supination was 15 degrees and pronation was 47 degrees. Supination was significantly better in group U. In the hand 10 questionnaire, the mean score was 13 points in group K and 6.5 points in group U. Although the difference was not significant, group U shows a tendency toward better function. In Liudai PRUS 20, the mean score was 87 points in group K and 95 points in group U. The difference was significant, with group U shows better outcome. Each group has two complications. Group K, one ulnar fracture and one temporary PIN palsy. Group U, one ulnar fracture and one re-ankylosis. I will show the case of group U. She was a 7-year-old girl with the right side affected. Her pronation ankylosis was 60 degrees. The follow-up period was 43 months. At the final follow-up, her forearm rotation was 35 degrees of supination and 30 degrees of pronation. Her hand 10 score was 5, and her Liudai PRUS 20 score was 98. Discussion. Regarding pronation deformity of the ulna, biomechanical cadaver studies have shown that such deformity decreases forearm supination, but does not affect the total range of motion. In our three-dimensional deformity analysis, CRUS ulna shows pronation deformity. We confirm that severe pronation deformity is a factor of poor post-op supination. Studies on activities of daily living have reported that certain daily tasks require forearm supination. It suggested that improving supination contributes to better performance in ADL. In our study, with ulnar supination osteotomy, achieved significantly greater post-operative supination. In addition, Liudai PRUS 20 shows better results in this group. From these findings, we conclude that supination osteotomy of the ulna can improve clinical outcome in CRUS. Conclusion. Supination osteotomy of the ulna improves post-operative forearm supination after modified Canier's procedure in CRUS.